Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a shot across the bow from Laurent Ferrier against F.P. Journe. This timepiece, the Laurent Ferrier Galet Micro-Rotor in stainless steel, offers a viable Geneva alternative to crosstown rival Chronomètre Bleu from F.P. Journe, a watch 40 millimeters in diameter. It's close to the Chronomètre Bleu in size as well as presence, but entirely distinct in its sensibility and engineering. This watch, easy to wear on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, measures 40 millimeters across the round of the case, not including the crown, and a very manageable 47 millimeters from lug to lug. It's not thick, though it's not thin. 11.4 millimeters, it's the sloped flank of the bezel and case that allows this one to easily slide underneath the cuff. The spacing between the lugs is 20 millimeters, so the watch has a contemporary stance, but it's not overly broad. The strap is well chosen. Unbolstered cobalt blue large rectangular scale alligator leather, folded edge with a monotone stitch, calfskin in a suede fashion on the underside that's wonderfully supple and agreeable against the wrist. And then you can see a Laurent Ferrier custom stainless steel pin buckle with a satin finish and logo on the underside. Thoughtful attention to detail. By the way, how do you like the fact that the bridge is elevated over the stanchions and the flared sides so that it'll sit low on the wrist rather than stacking up? Clever design. The Galet case, as ever, inspired by a pebble in a stream, smooth, fluid, biomorphic, handsome, and all of high polish. You can appreciate the transition from the polish to the satin blue of the dial because the contrast in color and tone is so dramatic. First of all, it is a satin finish. Unlike the F.P. Journe Chronomètre Bleu, which features lacquer on top of a polished base, this is a satin finished metallic that runs top to bottom. All applique indices with a white lacquer coating and the assegai or spear style hands at center featuring a matching white, sunken small seconds at 6 o'clock with a very subtle stamped concentric guilloche pattern and white on blue calibrations. The dial itself is cobalt, the subdial is a little bit more of a navy. Onion style, traditional pocket watch inspired crown, turn it all over, and now you have the highlight of any Laurent Ferrier, the movement, caliber FBN 22901, designed by La Fabrique du Temps, as well as Laurent Ferrier. Ferrier is the N in the BN, Barbacini and Nivas are the principles of Fabrique du Temps. The timepiece with a 72-hour power reserve wound by a jeweled staff and pawl-based eccentric mass. So this is unusual because it doesn't use ball bearings and it doesn't use a conventional click system. It uses a pawl system and a jeweled staff, so it's almost silent. You can't hear it, you can't feel it. Highly refined and with a black polished bridge and a guilloche cut on its top, also highly finished. The timepiece features a 21,600 vibration per hour beat rate, and though you can't quite see both of them, there are two escape wheels directly impulsing the balance underneath the balance itself. So each of the escape wheels, constructed from nickel phosphorus and chemically etched, there is a silicon blocking lever between them that alternately locks and unlocks the two impulse wheels. So a combination of nickel phosphorus and silicon, a high-tech material with a direct impulse, double direct impulse escapement inspired by Breguet's natural escapement. It allows this watch to first, enjoy that 72-hour power reserve without multiple mainspring barrels, and second, ensures that very little energy is lost in the transition from mainspring barrel to balance. Free sprung, the watch is adjusted in a chronometer busting 6 positions, and the free sprung architecture of the balance helps to make that possible. It also uses an overcoil hairspring, so it keeps excellent time in any orientation with respect to gravity. 35 jewels, entirely hand finished. One of my favorite features of this watch is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interior angles. One just over the center wheel, the other 4 inside the skeletonized and black polished half bridge for the balance. All of the screw heads black polished with their slots chamfered. You can see perfectly aligned Côte de Genève across the bridges, perlage overlaid across the base plate, and finally you'll note that there is a mirrored chamfering, optically smooth and laid by hand on the edge of every bridge, as well as the interior between the 4 interior angles of the half bridge for the balance. Beautiful, intellectually and aesthetically. It's a treat for the eye and a treat for the mind. Also a treat for the wrist. You can put this one on yours on the watch box.